Hi everybody. So how do we, or how should we properly interact with the opposite sex? How should a man interact with a woman, and how should a woman interact with a man? Okay, you gotta understand that we have been conditioned to see men a certain way. We have also been conditioned to have certain standards by which we evaluate men. Okay, men have been conditioned to see women a certain way, and they have also been conditioned to have a certain standards by which they evaluate women. So when a man is looking at a woman, he's not looking at Sally over there, he's looking at a woman. Okay, not Sally, a woman, and he's using the standards that he's been conditioned to use in the interaction with a woman to evaluate her. He doesn't see Sally the individual, he sees Sally the woman. A woman ought to be able to do this. A woman ought to be able to do that. A woman ought to be able to do this. A woman ought to be able to do that. So he checks Sally off. He's not looking at Sally. He doesn't even look at Sally at all. He sees a woman. And then he sees, how does Sally meet with the standards or with the conditionings that we have in how we're supposed to evaluate women. To be able to properly relate to a woman, you gotta understand that every woman is an individual. And because she's an individual, the way she will express her femininity is not the way this other person will express her femininity. So the only chance you have of actually getting to know who the woman is getting rid of the conditionings and trying to see the person for who they really are. Not who you think they should be or who society says they should be. But for us to be able to do that for somebody else, we're going to have to do that for ourselves first, right? We're going to be able to evaluate our own individuality, accept our own individuality, express our own individuality before we're able to actually do that for somebody else. Because women do this too. We have certain standards by which we evaluate men. Men are supposed to do this, men are supposed to be that, men are supposed to do this, men are supposed to be that. And so when we see a man, we use those same standards. This is not a standardized test. These are human beings. Unique, different, variant, precious in their unique expression. But we're not allowed to see those unique expressions because we are too busy checking off boxes. This man, not looking at John, no, John doesn't exist, he's a man, okay? And then we say, what is a man supposed to be like? What is a man supposed to do? What are acceptable behaviors of men? And does this man meet those acceptable behaviors? We're not looking at who is John. How does John express his masculinity? Why does John express his masculinity the way John expresses his masculinity? What makes John John? It's kind of like a man that looks at Mona and says, oh, she shaves her hair. What woman does that? He doesn't say Mona, no. He only sees the Mona who does not wear her hair the way women are supposed to wear hair. And so all of a sudden he probably crosses me out. Or maybe he sees, who is this woman who, I don't know, has all these piercings. She doesn't look very cultured. She doesn't look very womanly. She's not very, but she doesn't know me. He does not know the way I express my own femininity. He doesn't know that. Does this make sense? It's kind of like you see a man who, you know, cooks or does some feminine things, and you're like, or maybe he cries or something, and you're like, ooh, because she's not checking off on your list. Listen. We live in a world that is very, very diabolical in a scientific way. The world is diabolical in a scientific way because the world has gradually taught us how to dehumanize humanity. So you're not able to see anybody. You just look at people and you see people. You see men, you see women, you don't see the person. And once you lose sight of the person, there's no way you are going to be able to interact with the person because you don't even see him. You don't see the person. You don't see the soul. You don't. So what are you interacting with? an idea, not a real person. And so we then decide that we like what is going on. And so we're all going to look a certain way. We're going to wear our hair long. We're going to wear wigs to hide our real hair. We're all going to wear our makeup the same way. We're all going to get our boob job done. We're all going to get our ass done. We're all going to do all of this to meet these standards. And then we wonder, why do men not see us? The only way a man will see you to begin with is to first of all stick the fuck out. Go a different way. Be yourself. Be an individual. Stand out in your own truth, first of all. And then a man who is aware of himself, even if he's not aware of himself, he will be like, who is that? Now he sees you because you don't step out. You are different. And then as he gets closer to you, he starts to see himself. And you gotta understand, the way attraction works, right? If you stick out like a sore thumb, the only man that will be drawn to you is a man who is at the point in his life where he needs to embrace his individuality. Whether he embraces it or not is a totally different thing. But for the fact he was drawn to you means that there was something about you that drew him. It could also be, yeah, I'm thinking that. I mean, there was something about you that drew him. Okay? So, if he is now drawn to you, the question is, the question is it there for you? Is it there for him? Because sometimes when you meet a man, the man comes into your life because you guys have a contract, a soul contract. That at this point in your life, he's going to come in and he's going to help you. He may either hurt you or do something to you to help you evolve, get out of your rut, grow, be something, do something you're supposed to be doing at that time in your life. So that man is not really there for him. He's there for you. So when he comes, all right, and he does what he does, if you don't know and you're thinking he's there for you, he's there to love you, he's there to do this for you, you miss out on why he's there. And then you have somebody else, because I'm sure that your dumbass told, listen, John, you're going to help me. But because I know how dumb I am, I'm going to contract you to Eric. And if that don't work, hey, homeboy, you be the number 3. Between 3 of you, I will get it. So sometimes the man is there to help you. Sometimes you as a woman is there to help the man. Not to marry him, but to help him get out of his rut. If you fail in that job by you trying to now please him, you trying to love on him, you trying to enable him, do what you're supposed to do, it's not going to work, because the universe is going to be like, okay, bitch, you're not doing your job, get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here, move. He's going to cheat on you or do some stupid shit, and the relationship is going to end. And then there's a situation where the person is for you. When the person is for you and you are for them, there's a mutual agreement that we are here for each other. I'm helping you, you're helping me. Does this make sense? But for that to even get to that level, you have to first of all see the individual. Because if you don't see the individual, you're not interacting with a real person. You are interacting with an image, an idea. We need to take away that and start to understand that every human being you see is a precious child of God. I don't care if they are the worst human beings on earth. They are the worst human beings on earth because they are in darkness. They don't know who they are. If they knew who they were, they won't be there. I'm not saying they should be your best friend, but I'm saying understand that they are lost. Just like you are lost, just like I am lost, and we're trying to find our way. Look at them and see them. Don't see a man or a woman, see an individual. But to be able to do that for other people, you gotta start by doing that for yourself first. Look in the mirror, see who you are. See yourself, your unique attributes. What makes you different? What makes you unique? What makes you stand out? Because the more familiar you are with your peculiarities and with your uniqueness, the easier it is for you to see that in other people. Don't look at yourself as a woman and try to fit into the mold of what a woman should be. No, don't do that. Because that's how you're going to approach men. Look at them as men and try to fit some men into a mold of what men should be. If you're a man, don't look at yourself as a man. Look at yourself as a human being. That's how, because once you learn to look at yourself as a human being, then you can recognize the unique attributes in women.